Hello there, my name's Chris, Sales Manager for Sound and Vision in Bolton. We're looking at a brand new range of LED TV today from Philips. 4 models in the range, the 32PFL7605, the 37PFL7605, the 40PFL7605 and the 46PFL7605. So 4 screen sizes there, 32, 37, 40 and 46 inch. The specification is identical on all 4 models. Before we get into the specification on this range of TV and taking you through the various features, what we'll do is have a look at the rear of the TV, at the sockets and the wall mount. So we'll do that now. We'll spin the TV around, go through the different sockets on the rear of the set with you before we get into the actual specification of the set itself. Okay, so here we have the rear of the TV. The model we're actually showing here is the 46-inch version in this range. The socket arrangement is identical on all the models. So we'll take it from the top on these sockets here. First of all, we have a Ethernet connection. So if you want to wire this up directly to your PC system at home, you can do so using the Ethernet connection. Right underneath that, we have a SCART socket there. We've also got next to it there component, which is the red, green, blue connection on there. And you've also got the red and white, which is the audio feed for the component. Xbox 360, some DVDs use component. Well, that socket's there for you. We've also got a headphone socket on here. If we move down underneath the panel just here, all these sockets are recessed, which make it ideal for wall mounting. You've got an additional SCART just here. You've then got a digital coaxial out, so there's a digital feed for the audio out into an external amplifier. You've also got 3 HDMIs. You've got HDMI 1, 2 and 3 just mounted underneath here. Next to that we have a antenna, which is your aerial connection. There's also another audio in on there as well. And you've also got a VGA connection just here. So if you want to connect your PC via VGA, you've got a VGA connection on there as well. On the side of the TV, just here as well, on the side of the set, there's another HDMI socket just here. You've also got a USB connection, and there's also an SD card reader. So if you've got a digital still camera, you can literally pop your SD card into the side of the TV. You've got SD card on there as well. Regarding fixing the TV to the wall, as I said, it's ideal. It's only 5 centimetres in depth on this TV, with it being an LED set, which makes it ideal for wall mounting because all the sockets are recessed underneath here as well. On the rear of the TV, your wall fixings are basically just here. So the gap you've got between those is 300mm. And on the height is also 300mm. So between those fixings you're looking at 300 by 300mm. What we'll do now, we'll spin the set back round and we'll go through some of the features on the TV. Okay, so we're back now with the TV itself. So let's go through some of the features and the menus on the TV. First of all, the remote control itself. Oval shaped design, beautiful remote control, nice and simple to operate as well. The button on top here is your home menu button. Everything is controlled to get into the menus through that button. So that button is just there on the remote control. If we press that button now, it will put the on-screen menus up on screen. At the moment we're on the computer. We've got a PC connected to this, just displaying the remote control image from Philips website there. We can click up from there. So we've got up, down, right and left on the remote control, which are these here, up, down, right and left. If we click up from there now, want to watch TV, just click that and it'll put us onto the digital channels. It's full digital Freeview channels built into the set itself. Tells us what channel we're on when we switch over on channel 4. If we go back to the menu, just press the home button on there again. We can go into things like setup down here. So if you want to adjust anything on the TV screen, we can move over to setup. We can go into the picture settings. When you first get the TV, you need to set the TV picture up to how you would like the colour, contrast and sharpness to be. Very straightforward on this set. On here it says quick picture and sound settings. If we just click OK in the centre of the remote control, it will take us through the various settings of the TV to set up the picture and the sound. It will ask us, do we want to start? So we'll just click OK on the remote control. Then it will ask us, do we want to run the TV in standard or energy saving? On this particular set, I mean, this is the 46-inch one we're showing here, the power consumption of this large TV is only 170 watts. So even in standard mode, it's very low power consumption. So select which mode you want it to run in, which picture you feel is better for you. If I select, say, standard, just press OK, puts a little tick on there, it will now start taking us through the various different settings. So we've got standard or personal. So if I select personal settings on there, so we can set the picture up to how I personally want it. It will ask us which image do we prefer on there, either the left or the right. So you look at that image there, you feel, well, which one do I prefer? On this one, I would say the right, so I'll just click OK, puts a little tick on there. It takes us through then various different images. So yet again, left or right image, which do you prefer? Just press OK. Same again, just select left or right, click it, and again, and again, and it takes you through various different settings. Once you've gone through the picture settings, it will then take you through to the sound. In the sound settings, it will say sound A, B or C. And as you click through those, you'll hear the bass and the treble changing. Yet again, just select which sound you prefer. Once you've been through that setting, it will ask us then, this TV has an Ambilight system, which we will show you and demonstrate in just a moment. For the Ambilight, it's important to get the background setting correct. So on here, it shows a white image for the background. Now we have a white wall behind here, so we would select white. But at home, you may not have. You can select the different background that the wall is mounted onto on there. And you can see the background is changing on the screen there, depending on what colours your wall is at home. So on this particular one, as I said, we'll select white because that's our background here. Okay, it says it's now stored all my personal preferences for the sound and the picture and the Ambilight background. It now says done. If I want to do that, I just press OK, and that's it. The TV is now completely set up to how I want it to look. What we'll do now, before we go through sort of any more features on the TV, we'll now demonstrate the Ambilight feature to you. Okay, so we've now just dimmed the lights in here to demonstrate the Ambilight feature on this TV. At either side of the settee, you have lights behind the panel, which will portray the actual colours that are displayed on the screen itself, and they'll be projected behind the panel itself. What this does is that if you're watching a movie on this TV and it's portraying all the colours that are on the screen behind the settee itself, it really involves you in that movie that you're watching. It's almost as if the movie is taking place in your own living room. It's absolutely stunning effect that you achieve through the Philips Ambilight system. So as you see on there, as the image changes, the colours behind the panel change. So if you've got reds, blues, greens, those colours are projected behind the panel itself. It's an absolutely stunning effect. To get into the Ambilight system, because there are various different settings you can make to the Ambilight, if we go down to the setup menu, which we've been on before, and go into TV settings, and if we just click through these different menus, we've got Ambilight on there. First of all, you can switch the Ambilight off. So if you don't want the Ambilight on, we can click over to that and we can actually switch the Ambilight off completely. And we'll just click that back on for the moment. You've got various different settings, and if you come down into these different menus, you can come into the colour menu where you've got dynamic, warm white, cool white, blues. So you can put in actual custom colours. So if you just want it blue, you can just have it as blue on there. If we come out of there just for a moment, you've got separation where you can have it on minimum or maximum, which separates the colours on the panels at the back of the actual set itself. You've got lounge light mood, such as hot lava, where you can just have it projecting red behind the screen, or deep water, bright light, or fresh on there as well. And if we come out of there then and go to wall colour, yet again you've got the different settings on there dependent on the colour of your wall which you have the TV mounted to. So lots of variations for the Ambilight feature there, nice and simple to operate. What we'll do now, we'll just click the lights back on and we'll take you through one or two of the features on the TV. Okay, so let's go through some of the other features on the set itself. When we look at the sockets before on the back of this TV, there was an Ethernet connection there, so you can wire this up to your PC to browse the net through your PC. What you can also do that wirelessly. You would need a USB dongle to go into the TV. The part number is PTAO1. It's a unit that is available from Philips to adapt the TV wirelessly. It costs approximately £50 for that unit, which will plug into the USB socket, so you can also search the web and various web pages wirelessly through the TV. If we click menu on the set, that home button again, it takes us through various different settings where we just click down on there and then over to the right to setup. Everything is controlled through the setup for altering picture and sound. If we just click into that and you want to make any further adjustments on there, go into TV settings and then it will allow us to adjust individual picture settings on there for contrast, brightness, colour and sharpness. You just click over to the right and then jog down into those menus, and it puts a little bar on the side here where you can then go into and you can alter that contrast and adjust that picture to exactly the way that you want it to look. Same for the brightness and the colour, you just alter that to however you want it. If we come down from there into the sound menu, yet again in the sound menu you've got adjustments which are preset for standard news, movie, game, drama. Depending on what you're watching, if you're playing games on here, you can jog down to the preset menu there, select game, and the sound is set up then for how it should be if you're gaming on the TV. But if you don't want that, if you want to adjust it yourself, you can adjust the bass and the treble to wherever you want it. And you've also got surround sound on or off, where basically if you select on, it will throw the sound out at a wider angle and try and enforce the sound around you as well. So plenty of features on this TV to go through, probably too much to go through in this video clip now. So what I would say, if you go onto our website, and yet again we should be able to access the computer on here. If you go onto our website, which is soundinvision.co.uk, you find a lot more information on this TV on our website, or please give me a call. My name's Chris. You can get me on 01204 861 861 at the Bolton store, or just click the link at the side of the screen for any more details. Thank you.